ladies and gentlemen. Our commencement ceremony will begin in approximately 5 minutes. At this time, if you don't mind silencing your cell phones and finding a seat that is convenient for you, we hope you enjoy the ceremony. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Our commencement ceremony will begin in approximately 5 minutes. At this time, if you don't mind silencing your cell phones.
Testing.
I'm getting nothing from House Feed right now. He has it turned all the way down. So
it's just like, hi, and so.
Please remain standing for the posting of colors and the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated.
Good evening and welcome. Thank you all for joining us tonight as we recognize the graduating class of 2019. Starting at a school with over 100 strangers, we are now celebrating this milestone together with strong friendships cemented by surreal moments, such as witnessing several boys cramming themselves into bus bathrooms during class trips. This is the final farewell to our shared experiences of 4 years. And as we leave the halls with green tiles, green walls, and green lima beam-shaped desks, there is some commonality in the diverse environments we will make into our new homes, because those places will each have ambitious global citizens who have experienced the simulation of global poverty, witnessed the impacts of forgotten cultures, understood how the arc of the moral universe bends towards justice, and directed ourselves to influence how change is created in our country.
Graduates, families, friends, and distinguished guests, welcome to this commencement ceremony of the International School of the Americas Class of 2019. Your continued support has made this day possible.
Diplomati, szanowni porodice, pirateli i vážní gosti. Dobrodošli a ceremonию azu diplomati de Internacional Americké školy. Rázneda vasa kontinuáda porážka, že unicila orad dan muž.
Diplômés, familles, amis et invités, bienvenue à la cérémonie de remise de diplôme de l'École internationale des Amériques, classe de 2019. Votre soutien a rendu ce jour possible.
Céimithe Tyler, Cardia, Iona Erica, Falterliv Sharmanas leis an School Internaisiúnta an America, ach me a mille agus noi mliana déag. Do take yocht liananok, deonta sea es féidir.
Liebe Mitschüler, Mitschülerinnen, liebe Familie, liebe Freunde und geehrte Gäste, herzlich willkommen zu Abschlussführer der Internationalen Schule der Amerikas, die Klasse des Jahres 2019. Durch Ihre stete Unterstützung ist dieser Tag überhaupt möglich. Ich wünsche Ihnen viel Spaß bei der diesjährigen Abschlussführer.
प्रिय परिवार और दोस्तों, 2019 के स्नातक वर्ग के लिए इंटरनेशनल स्कूल ऑफ द अमेरिकास के समारोह में आपका स्वागत है। आपके निरंतर समर्थन ने इस दिन को संभव बना दिया है।
Diplomandi, famiglie e ospiti illustri, nel darvi il benvenuto alla cerimonia della Scuola Internazionale dell'America per la classe 2019, desideriamo esprimere immensa gratitudine per il vostro prezioso supporto, senza il quale questo giorno non sarebbe stato possibile.
Sotsugyo-se kazuko to tomodachi to raikyaku-sama, ayase no 2019 nen no kurasu no Sutsugyo shiki ni kange tashimasu. Anatagata no hiki Suzuki no shien o kanshai tashimasu.
各位来宾、各位朋友、各位同学、各位家长，你们好！欢迎你们参加美国国际学校2019年毕业典礼。我们的成功离不开你们的帮助。在此，我代表全体毕业生向你们表示衷心的感谢。
Assalamualaikum magayo murway gegen den Tashus ni Amerika wala tskoiteng hadi koiteng San Fasway ay ka aragoy ko jaelio.
Pipil Zinzinti, Nochlaca, Simopantlimot Lamanali is comensario is Escuela Internacional is America clase Shikipili Kastole Anawi. Laso Kamatiti Matlani.
Finalistas, familias, amigos y convidados, bienvenidos a Formativa Escolar Internacional das Américas, clase de 2019. Vocês ayudarán a tornar posible de un día tan especial.
Graduados, familias, amigos y distinguidos invitados, bienvenidos a la ceremonia de la distribución de diplomas de la Escuela Internacional de las Américas de la clase 2019. Con su apoyo, ha sido posible. Muchas gracias.
Mga kapwa ko magtatapos, kapamilya, kaibigan at panuwihin pagnangal. Maraming salamat sa inyong pagdalaw sa seremonya ng pagtatapos sa International School of the Americas sa class ng taon 2019. Ang inyong walang sawang pagsuporta ang naging dahilan kaya narating namin ang araw na ito. Mabuhay at maraming salamat po.
Pud jalkan suksa krab krau la puen tu kun yin di tun rab kau su piti kan King Kong Ringden International School of the Americas class of 2019 Rang sanub sansun kun tum hai wani kong raupen good kundai.
Sinh viên tốt nghiệp, gia đình, bạn bè và các quý vị quan khách, chào mừng tất cả đã đến tham dự buổi lễ ra trường của trường quốc tế châu Mỹ năm 2019.
Namyamem, yoemem, halayimem, intohue, noitemem, amanete vote mievinewi en Paco commencemento na naswa Escuela Internacional Americana. Clase wamamni taka wamamni amavatani. Empo anianoi te huunakti michiria yantalwameya.
Beyond just the performance outcomes and habits of mind that every student at ISA is taught to embrace and incorporate into our portfolio reflections, the lessons we've learned also include those of compassion, honesty, respect, humility, and integrity. These values we share coincide with understanding and honoring the humanity of every person who exists in this vast yet interconnected world.
Therefore, it is only appropriate that we now hear from one person who has guided us along our journeys by demonstrating these virtues with incredible dedication while serving our school community. In his 3 years as principal at ISA, he has encouraged all students to pursue the path towards global citizenship through his leadership by example. Please help me welcome our principal, Mr. Steve Magadance.
Alyssa, Henry, thank you very much. I will continue to aspire to do that. ISA Class of 2019, I see you. Friends, family, distinguished guests, and colleagues, I see you. Well done. Welcome. On behalf of the ISA faculty and staff, it is my pleasure to welcome all of you to the Class of 2019's commencement ceremony, honoring our graduates and their many accomplishments over the last 4 years. Tonight, we celebrate 116 students who have all earned the recommended or foundation plan diplomas. We also recognize 7 National Merit Scholars, 16 AP Scholars, 7 AP Scholars with honor, and 5 AP Scholars with distinction. This year, we are not the only ones to recognize the excellence of the Class of 2019. Colleges and universities across our nation see so much potential in these young men and women that the class has been offered more than $8.1 million in scholarships and has accepted over $2.7 million in awards. While numbers like these reflect the class's academic preparation for college and beyond, the Class of 2019 is also leaving ISA globally competent. Through collaborative projects, service, travel, internships, portfolio presentations, reflection, and action, these students have been investigating and exploring their world and discovering its complexities and wonders. They have learned to recognize perspectives, understanding the origins of their own worldviews, and lifting up the views of others. And they have shared their learning with audiences across the globe, including professionals, mentors, and international visitors in multiple settings across diverse communities. Apart from being scholars, they are also contributors to this world. As all our seniors know, they have been challenged to take substantive action in their local and global communities. Our seniors complete a minimum of 120 hours of service, many far exceeding that required amount, nearly 14,000 hours in case you're trying to do the math. These graduates before us spend an additional 120 hours in an internship experience, learning from and with professionals in a chosen field. Members of the Class of 2019 have served as ISA ambassadors, traveling to our partner schools across the world and hosting dozens of international students from our sister schools in Japan, South Korea, and Germany. Seniors, you have filled and defined your senior year experiences in very impressive ways. What I most remember and appreciate about the Class of 2019 is the way you step up to support each other and this community. There are 3 lasting memories I have of your support for all of us. The first actually began in this space this year at Munsa 23. You may remember we had a transportation issue. You guys remember that? I do. All the buses that we thought were going to show up to the El Tropicano Hotel to transport our out-of-town visitors staying at the hotel to the Laurie Auditorium to begin Munsa 23 magically showed up at ISA instead of the hotel. This caused a chain of events that could have set the stage for a very long morning at Munsa 23. And there are many things that I don't care to think about that could have happened. But in this moment, 12 secretariat members, 12 of our seniors, had to make a decision about how to proceed. Do we start on time or near on time, or do we wait for every delegate to arrive? They chose to wait. Now that meant cutting loose one of our most important VIPs. Dr. Gotardi had to leave and go on to the rest of his day. But I think that the message that it sent to all of the delegates, because after all, Munsa is for the delegates, was incredibly powerful and spoke of your willingness to be inclusive. The second moment I wasn't actually present for, but I received 2 photos from one of your teachers. It happened in Washington, D.C. And although I wasn't there, these photos literally speak thousands of words. There are 2 young men ice skating in the National Gallery of Art's sculpture garden. And one of them, you can tell, has not been on ice skates before. There is tension. The other young man is slightly ahead, and he's turned to his right, and he's reaching back to his classmate. In the second photo, they've joined hands, and there is this beautifully serene moment, and the young man who has reached back and is holding his classmate's hand has this look on his face that says, "Don't worry, I've got you." Not as public a moment, but just as powerful a moment in the ways that describe how you step up for each other. The third moment is not written in this speech. The third moment is right here. You may or may not notice that our graduates tonight are wearing a ribbon over their left lapel, over their hearts, to honor the memory of Brad DeHart, their English 1 teacher their freshman year, who is not able to be with us tonight. During our 3 years together at ISA, I will keep these moments and many others in my heart as an illustration of your willingness to rise above and beyond your own self-interests. I have seen your sense of altruism in these moments, and it fills me with hope for our future. Your capacity to serve others will be a boon to our society and to our world. I have one wish for you. My wish is that this evening you are able to embrace the memories of all of these moments that you've had together. And I want each of you to remember that although you are physically leaving us today, you are and will always be Globies. We miss you already, and we love you. Congratulations to the class of 2019 ISA Globies Forever on behalf of the ISA faculty and staff. Thank you.
This evening, we are pleased to introduce our stage guests who are with us today to share in our graduation ceremony. Please stand when your name is called. We ask the audience to hold your applause to the end. Our stage guests are Ms. Shannon Grona, Member of President, Northeast Board of Trustees. Mr. Tony Hasso, Member, Vice President, Northeast Board of Trustees. Ms. Sandy Hughey, Member and Secretary, Northeast Board of Trustees. Mr. David Bayer, Member, Northeast Board of Trustees. Ms. Terry Williams, Member of Northeast Board of Trustees. Ms. Sandy Winkley, Member, Northeast Board of Trustees. Dr. Brian Gotardi, Superintendent of the Northeast Independent School District. Dr. Sean Maika, Interim Superintendent of the Northeast Independent School District. Mr. Ronald Clary, Associate Superintendent for Operations. Mr. Daniel Villarreal, Associate Superintendent of Business Services. Dr. Donna Newman, Associate Superintendent of Instruction and Campus Administration. Mr. Steve Magadance, our principal. Dr. Angela Bridenstine, Professor of Education, Trinity University. Ms. Nicole Franco, Principal of Robert E. Lee High School. Ms. Beth Colemans, ISA Teacher and Name Reader. Mr. Eric Cavazos, ISA Senior Teacher and Name Reader. Mr. Jesus Cantu, ISA Senior Teacher and Name Reader. Mr. Richard Flieger, ISA Senior Teacher and Name Reader. And Dr. Ryan Spratt, our faculty guest speaker for graduation. We would also like to recognize and thank a few others who are playing important roles in our graduation ceremony this evening. Ms. Jane Jensen, Executive Director of Campus Administration. Dr. Brent Brument, Executive Director of Student Support Services. Ms. Mary Solano, School Nurse. Mr. Mario Prado, Director of the Robert E. Lee Orchestra. Lieutenant Colonial Chuck Williams and First Sergeant Hector Reyes, and the Robert E. Lee ROTC for our color guard. Ms. Heidi Wittis, and the NISA Cinema Program for our graduation video. Mr. Elias Hansen, our accompanist and ISA Junior. Finally, we want to recognize the entire faculty from Lee, NISA, and STEM, as well as former ISA faculty and Trinity interns who are here today. Would you all please stand to be recognized? Thank you.
Yeah. It is my greatest honor to introduce the man who strives to provide a quality and comfortable learning environment for everyone within the Northeast Independent School District. After becoming the superintendent of NEISD in fall 2011, Dr. Gutardi has strived to promote multiple opportunities to establish better programs and resources within the community. He attends regular coffee talks, the opening ceremony of Munsa, luncheons with students, and PTSA events too. He personally meets with families to hear their perspectives of what needs to be addressed within our school district.
Dr. Gutardi is not just the superintendent, but is also a strong supporter of ISA's mission to think globally and act locally. As he wraps up his distinguished career with the completion of this school year, he continues to act as a constant advocate for the community and recognizes the perspectives of others in order to take action. ISA emphasizes the importance of being a global citizen, and there's no better example than Dr. Gutardi himself. So, without further ado, please welcome Dr. Brian Gutardi.
Thank you, Mia and Henry. Graduates, congratulations for persevering and making it to this moment. Today marks an important milestone in your journey into adulthood, and I feel like I have been on this journey with you. When I took over as the superintendent of Northeast Independent School District, you were entering the 5th grade. A great deal has happened in your lives and in mine since then, and I feel like we grew up together. Like you, I learned a lot over the past 8 years. As I reflect now on my career, I realize that there was one important lesson that has been critical to our success. I learned early on that one of my key responsibilities as a leader was to help other people grow and develop. Part of my job was to help others become the best version of themselves. I had to invest in the people of Northeast so that the entire district and all of you could be successful. Now, it is your turn. All of you are leaders in some way. I ask you to take a look at the people who are following you. For you to be the best version of yourself, you need to help others be their best version. How can you build them up? How can you build each other up as the class of 2019? You must connect with people. You must understand what is important to them, and you must nurture their talents and their contributions. Be encouraging to all of your peers. In this room are gifted musicians, scholars, artists, athletes, inventors, and entrepreneurs. In this room are leaders. I have high expectations for all of you. As I retire, I am confident that you will carry the legacy of Northeast forward and change the world through your talents and your humanity. You hold a very special place in my heart. You are the last graduating class under my tenure. I am proud of you and what you have already accomplished. Walt Disney said it best. All of our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. So my advice to you tonight is to go out into this world and accomplish those dreams. Congratulations, Globies, and good luck.
It is my pleasure to introduce to you this evening one of the biggest cheerleaders and most encouraging people one could come across on our campus. Dr. Bridenstine is a professor of education at Trinity University. And while her role in shaping the educators of tomorrow has undoubtedly benefited us, that isn't what truly defines Dr. Bridenstine's influence at ISA. Her bright spirit and infectious love for exploration has inspired all of us throughout the last 4 years. Without fail, she will have a plethora of questions prepared to ask you upon stepping into the classroom. Her inquisitive nature and genuine interest in our individual development as students, and more importantly, as global citizens, is something we are all thankful for. We are extremely fortunate to have such a bright and brilliant educator and inspiring woman on our campus who has helped foster such a unique educational partnership between the International School of the Americas and Trinity University. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Angela Bridenstine.
Thank you, Brooke. Dear graduates, it's my great honor to be here today with you for the significant moment for you and your families and friends, your graduation, and to represent Trinity University in the Department of Education. We are so proud to have been a part of your educational experience for your high school career, both on the ISA campus and also here at Trinity, where so many of your milestone events happened. Thank you to the Northeast Board of Trustees, to the superintendent and executive staff, to your families for our extraordinary partnership, which is soon coming up on 25 years and even longer in the Northeast School District. A special thank you also to Dr. Gotardi as he retires. You've been such a wonderful partner, and we wish you all the best for your retirement. It's well-deserved. I always say that students are our best teachers, and the last 4 years, you have taught us to be better teachers. This includes your ISA teachers, our Trinity interns in teaching who taught you over the last 4 years, all of the interns who traveled with you on your trips, our undergraduate students, and me personally. You helped our undergraduate students to decide on teaching, you've helped our interns to become excellent novice teachers, and you've helped me to be a better learner and better teacher. You said I ask a lot of questions when I come into the classroom. I have a great vantage point as I get to come into the classroom and observe our interns teaching and you in the classroom. And in particular, I do get so much out of those milestone events where I get to see you in action, like Mensa, which we had here, and other milestones like Make a Difference, Advocacy Fair, your social injustice presentations, and of course I got to travel with you for a week to the civil rights sites in Alabama. You have taught us what your classroom should look like, how you learn, what high school canon should be like for students, and of course you've kept me up with the latest music, apps, lingo, likes, and dislikes. You've questioned why we do things, you've shown curiosity, compassion, and interest in the world, and you've reminded us all why we need to work hard to create schools as they ought to be, can, and should be. So here's my wish for you. Continue to be trailblazers and pioneers. Work to change the world and find your place in it. Continue to collaborate, compromise, solve unanticipated problems, and keep a good sense of humor and laugh. I hope you'll continue to work in small groups on your own and as part of a larger community in informal and formal settings with friends, faculty, mentors like your internship mentors and colleagues. I know you'll be an active part of your future communities, academic, intellectual, social, and global communities. As you founded ISA, communities help us to make and seize opportunities, to find the courage to take risks, to learn to be our best, to dust off and get back into the saddle when we fall out, to weather adversity and tragedy, and to celebrate when our best happens. So class of 2019, we've brought out the best in each other. What a world. And so that's what I wish for you as we send you off for what is a start, the end, and a milestone of your life. May you always remember the time you had here in community with each other, when you thought it would never get better, some of those days, and also when you knew it never could get better. Take all of those experiences and that learning with you, the friendships, the mentors, the disappointments, and the successes. And know as you leave here that we recognize and celebrate the mark that you've made, and we await the news of the continued mark you will make in the world. Congratulations, ISA Class of 2019.
Good evening. Tonight, I would like to introduce someone who is very important to me and who has, over the course of just 1 year, become one of my closest friends. Working with her on Munza 23 was both a joy and an honor. Through her leadership, she led one of the best Munza fundraisers ISA has ever seen, one where we exceeded our goals and donated over $5,000 to Humanity and Inclusion, an NGO of her choosing. Every day I look forward to talking and laughing with her because of the fun and positivity she constantly radiates with.
Her kindness, enthusiasm, and willingness to help others instantly makes your day better. I am honored to have been able to work beside her these last 4 years. It is my pleasure to welcome her tonight as our speaker. Everyone, please welcome Vivian Martinez.
Thank you, Ollie. Thank you, Grace. So, if we were to take a step back and flip through the book of our time at ISA, we would see pages filled with memories, aspirations, and above all, the bond that blossomed throughout our years. We would see laughter, tears, smiles, and many, many just ISA things. So let's do that. Let's take a step back right now and relive our 4 years as Globies at ISA, beginning like we would with any book, with Chapter 1. Freshman year, if I were to describe it in one phrase, it would be, honestly, flat out awkward. Picture opening ceremonies on the first day of school with every single older student standing, clapping, and cheering for you as you walked in. Remember that feeling of, wow, this is awkward. That's pretty much the theme of our entire year. In the beginning, we would silently stand outside of World Ing, waiting for either Mr. Dehart or Mr. Anderson to get there and let us in. But all too nervous to break the silence, we continued to stand there, with absolutely no conversation being shared, 4 minutes, because both teachers were classically late. But sooner or later, we were let in and we were embraced with loving blog posts, warm and fuzzy personal dictionaries, and over everything else, valuable life lessons that remain ingrained in our minds to this day. We learned the importance of reflection and how every moment makes an impact in someone else's world, whether we know it or not. But we also learned what a boy's Nerf gun ad would sound like with Barbie commercial audio layered on top, and that the cages below our desks are never just merely cages. They are an inanimate manifestation of an actor, a producer, or more commonly known as a Nicolas Cage. We made friends, we eventually got over our awkwardness, or at least enough to steal each other's food at Heifer, and we slowly started to build the footprint for the ISA class of 2019. Ah yes, the class that broke Miss Moore's supply closet window due to a rowdy group of wrestling boys. The class that was taught to always look below the iceberg, to embrace the hideous WeVideo watermark, and to never be shy, to strut your stuff down that cell pageant catwalk. And luckily, we were the class that was blessed with the wonderful guidance from Mrs. Polito, Mrs. Taplin, Mrs. Moore, Mr. Dehart, and Mr. Anderson. Freshman year, we made a difference. We experienced our first classic ISA overnight bus ride, and we grew closer as we froze during the cold nights at Heifer. But most importantly, we were taught to always find what you burn for and to embrace it, to nurture your interests and hobbies, for you never know where they'll take you. Freshman year allowed us to find our place, whether we were acting out plays to 5th graders or deciding what Miss Taplin's room smelled like at the end of the day. We were quickly learning that ISA was unlike anywhere else. It had now become our home, and we had just begun paving our path to the finish line. The finish line being this very moment, right now. Little did we know that it would come so quickly. Sophomore year fills Chapter 2 as we 1, 2, 3, hood our way through several speeches, debates, and presentations. Mr. Sprott became Dr. Sprott, the personal dictionaries continued, and our sophomore year soundtrack was decided. It was the electromagnetic spectrum song that everyone automatically sings when the words radio and wave come out of anyone's mouth. However, if you're more into rap, then maybe the winning rap song about why you should buy silver will come to mind. We grew to become Munza delegates, advocates for assimilating cultures, and true investigators as we solved the case of the Riverwood fish kill. We traveled to New Mexico and sat in kivas. We failed to recreate the classic ISA letters at White Sands, and somehow we managed to fit 18 boys into the tiny bus bathroom. As if that wasn't enough, our trusty bus broke down, and like always, we quickly adapted and were able to fit over 116 kids, not including chaperones, into only 2 buses for the long ride home. Sophomore year, we lost a teacher, the teacher that called us strictly by our initials and our last names. Not only was he a teacher, but a man with a beautiful soul, someone who always saw the glass as half full, someone who always wore plaid, khaki pants, and black Converse, someone who raved about his family and about how amazing we were as people, not just as students, about how we were going to change the world someday. But little did he know that his guidance changed our worlds and sparked the eternal light that shines around us each day. Mr. DeHart radiated the energy that kept us going. He touched the lives of many, even those who live beyond the walls of ISA, and he knew when we needed him to be there for us the most. Losing a teacher forced us to grow closer as a community and lean on each other as support. We continued to dig deep and find those aspirations that he always told us were there. But most of all, we continue his legacy, and we're all sitting here today as proof. As Chapter 3 unfolds, so does junior year. This year was filled with surprises, new beginnings, and growth. This chapter contained a preview of the rest to come: AP tests, SATs, ACTs, and for some, early college applications. Things had just become real. We were now over halfway through our high school years, and for most of us, that was exciting, however, still extremely nerve-wracking. Junior year, we launched water balloons, AKA plastic Ziploc baggies filled with water. We sunk the Cairo, we researched fractals, we dropped but mostly cracked some eggs, and somehow we remained close throughout that whole process. Mr. Kwan made his infamous debut our junior year, and our lives were forever changed. Otto and Isaiah jumped out of Miss Polk's window. The 3 Muskezoos were born this year. Our exchange students became our best friends, and we had our last overnight bus ride ever. But most importantly, we learned the critical need for justice as we explored the history of the American South in Alabama and Mississippi. We learned to always fight for what we believed in and to stand up to make a change when it's needed the most. Our experiences talking to activists and mentors taught us to remain grounded in our beliefs and to never settle for anything less than what we know we deserve. They shined a light on the harsh reality that our evolving world brings to the table. However, they showed us that you must never leave that table without a fight for change, a fight for what you know is right. By this point in our ISA careers, the years just seemed to be going by faster and faster. Senior year was coming full speed up ahead, and our time together was shrinking. The final chapter. Senior year was here, and reality had hit. The only thing we saw ahead was the daunting unknown. However, this year, our teachers brought giant Christmas inflatables into their classrooms. They hosted Pringle parties, ice cream parties, chess clubs. They played the guitar for us and somehow managed to teach us lessons in the midst of all of that fun. We graduated from long bus rides to short plane rides through the sky. We designed our own travel experiences and realized that our long journey was almost over. For some, our futures arrived in the mail, and we all experienced the highest of highs and the lowest of lows. We all experienced our last Global Youth Service Day, last homecoming, prom, and final portfolio presentations. Thank goodness. And ultimately, we soaked in our final moments that we had together. The final countdown to this moment had begun, and now we are here. Seniors, today marks the beginning of a life full of accomplishment and success. We are a class of unique students, each filled with different aspirations, talents, and goals, each person having a bright path lit ahead of them. Here, a message from a teacher that has a special place in all of our hearts, Dr. Sprott. Always follow the golden rule: treat others well and always be guided by kindness. Kindness means standing strong and speaking truth to power when you see others being treated poorly. It also means to be kind to yourself by giving yourself grace when you fail or are ashamed. To him, kindness is at the center of a good life, and as ISA graduates, we all have the unique skills and responsibilities to bring kindness to the world in powerful ways. Starting today, that power is in our hands. We must take those lessons that we have learned and use them to make a difference, to advocate for change, to stand up for justice, and to enact what we wish to see into the world around us. Oprah Winfrey once said, so I say to you, forget about the fast lane. If you really want to fly, just harness your power to your passion, honor your calling, because everyone has one. Trust your heart and success will come to you. With that, always remember that it is okay to not know exactly what comes next for you. It is okay to fear the unknown. It is okay to discover yourself as you go. It's okay to make mistakes, and it's okay to fail. However, live your life with integrity and take risks. Stay true to yourself. Follow your passions, embrace change, walk with pride, with your head up as you follow your own paved path. And above all else, find what you burn for and run with it. Run as far as you possibly can. So, to the ISA senior class of 2019, congratulations and here's to the future. Thank you.
In our highly diverse class of students, we all found common ground in our love and admiration for this teacher. Originally known as Mr. Sprott, but now known as Dr. Ryan Sprott. He has earned the title of our commencement speaker for this year's graduating class. As the AP World History teacher, he has guided us through some of our most memorable ISA experiences, allowing us to explore areas of the world beyond the classroom while developing our abilities at school. Along with being the ISA official lumberjack, he has been there as our teacher and has taken on various roles to help us succeed. Whether it was pushing us to view global situations or encouraging us to follow our passions and aspirations.
He served as someone who would advocate for the common student, never neglecting to remind us of our own capabilities for success, and most importantly, as someone who encouraged us to keep going, even when we were doubting ourselves or our surroundings. Dr. Sprott is highly dedicated and regarded educator, advisor, friend, and tonight he is here to present the ISA faculty as our faculty graduation speaker. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Ryan Sprott.
Good evening, everyone. Hey, y'all, how's it going? You're so close to finishing this whole thing, and I'm so excited for you. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to address you on this special day. It's a true honor. So I remember a lot about your class sophomore year. I remember how much fun you were on the sophomore trip despite the giant sandstorm and 2 very, very crowded buses. I remember your zest for life and your deep care for one another. And when I think of you as sophomores, I definitely remember your energy. Do you remember your energy as sophomores? Do you? Do you remember how you would sometimes confuse Ingwap, that sacred place of learning, as a no-holds-barred wrestling ring as you came through the door? Right? At that time, your energy was reminiscent of some of nature's great powers, like a pack of wolves or like a tsunami, right? But now as you prepare for these next steps, you've learned to harness that sophomoric enthusiasm, and it's your energy that makes me most excited about where you're headed. Largely because of your energy, I often remark to my colleagues about how awesome your group would be by the time that you graduate. And here you are. You have grown so much. It is remarkable to see this competent, confident group of people sitting here. You have done so many things in your last 2 years at ISA since I've seen you as sophomores. You've led hundreds of your peers at Munsa. You've planned trips with lots of moving parts. You've become leaders in a wide range of areas like academics and sports and the arts. You have navigated the complexities of school, outside jobs, and family responsibilities. I'm very proud of your growth, and I'm excited about how you will shape the world. So as you prepare for this next stage in your life, I'd like to reflect a little bit. I mean, it's what we Globies do. So my question is, what has been the purpose of these last 4 years? What is the purpose of school? I've been asking this question a lot this year with some of your classmates in a course called School Land. We've asked many experts the question, what is the purpose of school? And we've gotten wonderful and varied responses. For some, the purpose of school is developing thoughtful and responsible citizens. For others, school should prepare students for a changing workplace. After a year of exploring this question, I finally settled on my answer. To me, the purpose of school is building the capacity for people to love the world. I'll explain. I think love should be the foundation of schooling, because when you love something, you want to care for it, and you want to protect it. So school should be about opening our eyes to more of the world, so that we may love and care for more than just our immediate surroundings. I think ISA has done an exceptional job at pursuing this purpose of school, to develop our capacities to love the world. Over the last 4 years, you've expanded your capacity for love. You've had the opportunity to form friendships and deep relationships with people you likely would never have even met if your name hadn't been drawn in a lottery 4 years ago. You come from different neighborhoods, and you come from different backgrounds. But through travel experiences and group projects, you've had the opportunity to open your hearts and build your capacity for love outside your own social circle in ways that most students in most schools are never able to do. At ISA, you've had the opportunity to really get to know so much about the world, things that are often overlooked, forgotten, hidden, and misunderstood. For instance, by traveling along the Civil Rights Trail, you built a stronger capacity to love those who suffer oppression, even when those oppressions are hidden from view. At Heifer, you built your capacity for love by empathizing with people who live in other corners of the world. And at Advocacy Fair, you opened your hearts to care deeply for people living in much different circumstances than you. You've also experienced how love can heal and transform. After Mr. DeHart's passing, you leaned into one another with a care and compassion that I had never seen before in my 15 years as a teacher. And for Mr. DeHart, you also learned how someone who puts love at the center of their world can forever change the lives of so many others. At ISA, you also learned that really loving something takes skill and hard work. When we love something, we want to care for it. We want to protect it, and that is not often easy. So through our experiences, as our hearts have been pulled to make a difference in the world, to honor the things we love, we've built the skills to do just that. Skills like resiliency, collaboration, communication. Our world needs a lot of love right now. We need leaders who can love people who are different from them. And we need leaders who have the skills to honor that love through collaboration, through hard work, and creative problem solving. It's wonderful that you have had the opportunity to build your capacity for love while at ISA. And my challenge to you is to radiate this love, compassion, and kindness into the world as you move forward on your life's journeys. I'm really interested in how you will shape the future. And thinking about the future has taken added importance for me this year after my daughter Emma was born. Being a father has been a wonderful thing, mainly because my lifelong use of dad jokes is finally appropriate. But when I look at my daughter Emma, I am even more passionate about education and helping develop the teachers and students who have an extensive capacity to love the world. As Emma's father, I need you to use your skills and experience to shape a more loving world for her. In fact, lots of ISA teachers are counting on you. Just this past month, Ms. Polk, Mr. Polito, and Mr. Cantu have had babies who will soon inherit the world you helped create. And I don't know if you knew this, but Ms. Sporer is due to have a baby this Monday. I know. Hey, Ms. Sporer. All right. So, we are all counting on you, taking on what you have learned at ISA and sharing it with the world. Do it for little Vince Polito, Marin Cantu, Emma Sprott, Carter Polk, and Isosceles Triangle Sporer. Miss Sporer hasn't actually decided on a name, but But I'm really counting on Isosceles because I'm sure she will be a cute baby. All right, so there you go. All right. Just one last dad joke for the road. But seriously, you have built a unique capacity to make the world a more loving place for future generations. And we need you to take action. So take what you have learned from ISA about how to love the world and keep that relentless energy you possessed as sophomores. With these things, you truly can honor what Mr. DeHart challenged us all to do. Find what you love and burn for it.
Seniors, please stand. Dr. Gottardi, I present to you the graduating class of 2019 and certify that they have fulfilled all of the requirements of the Northeast Independent School District as set forth by the Texas Education Agency for high school graduation.
Thank you, Mr. Magadance. As superintendent, I hereby certify that the class of 2019 of the International School of the Americas has met all requirements for graduation as prescribed by the Texas Education Agency and the Northeast Independent School District. Will the class please be seated? At this time, it is my privilege and my honor to present the 2019 graduating class of the International School of the Americas to our Secretary of the Board of Trustees, Mrs. Sandy Huey, representing the Northeast ISD Board. Congratulations.
I'll keep it short. I know what I'm standing between. There's a line in the book, The Coming Prosperity, How Entrepreneurs Are Transforming the Global Economy, that I think is very important to quote. The vast majority of alleged threats to humanity are in fact dwarfed by the magnitude of opportunities that exist in the 21st century. These alleged threats shouldn't shape your future. We see you as our children, now young adults, who are intelligent, creative, capable, strong, resourceful, compassionate, and ready to make a difference. Your education at ISA has given you the tools to grasp these opportunities. We're so proud of you, of what you've already accomplished and what you will accomplish. Dr. Gottardi, Mr. Magadance, as a member of the Board of Trustees of the Northeast Independent School District, it is my honor and privilege to confirm and accept the certification of the International School of the Americas, class of 2019, in accordance with the requirements as prescribed by the Texas Education Agency and the Northeast Independent School District. Congratulations, graduates. Good luck, and God bless.
Very nice, Sandy. Very nice.
Graduates, please stand. As conferred graduates, it is now time for you to move your tassel from left to right as a symbol of your status as a graduate of the International School of the Americas.
Victoria Lynn Acosta, summa cum laude. Zachariah Thomas Alanis, summa cum laude. Nathan Michael Alejandro. Isabella Gloria Arnold, cum laude. Shelby Jolie Weiss Atherton, summa cum laude. Lyle Elliott Bartels, summa cum laude. Alejandro Casimiro Benavides, summa cum laude. Samantha Jill Bergner, summa cum laude. Benjamin Harding Boland, summa cum laude. Nija Lalita Boys, cum laude. Alexandra Valentina Burkick, summa cum laude. Malia Orion Calamani, summa cum laude. Mia Campbell, summa cum laude. Angela Beatriz Rojero Canonizado, summa cum laude. Stephen Paul Canto III. Damon Gabriel Cantu. Otto Andrew Castro, summa cum laude. Adrian Ceniceros. Neida Marlene Chavarria, magna cum laude. Natalie Rose Claire, magna cum laude. Lisbeth Montserrat Coronado. Mia Irena Correa, summa cum laude. Hannah Brielle Crittenden, summa cum laude. Hayden Nicholas Cruz, summa cum laude. Joaquin Colbert Mendoza, cum laude. Leslie Elizabeth de la Torre Amador, cum laude. Amaya Nicole de Luna, summa cum laude. Alexandra Diana Edwards, summa cum laude. Caitlin Rain Endara, magna cum laude.
Lauren Elizabeth Esparza, magna cum laude. Elliot M. Feldman, magna cum laude. Claire Aiden Farrell, summa cum laude. Jacob Daniel Fierro, magna cum laude. Sofia Maria Fortuno, summa cum laude. Gregory Lewis Garrett Estrada. Ryan Andrew Gentry, summa cum laude. Grace Marie Claire Gerleman, summa cum laude. Olivia Munford Gilbert, summa cum laude. Herman Gonzalez Gamba, cum laude. Braden Pryor Hammond, summa cum laude. Bennett Deering Harden, magna cum laude. Tara Faith Harness, summa cum laude. Olivia Joyce Harris, summa cum laude. Meredith Todd Herndon, summa cum laude. Audrey Margaret Herrera, summa cum laude. Delaney Nicole Hutchinson, cum laude. Sarah Ann Incardona, summa cum laude. Madison J. Jobs, summa cum laude. Jupiter Cecile Kalinowski, summa cum laude. Audrey Rose Kendrick, summa cum laude. Jeremiah Daniel Lara, cum laude. Audrey Kate LaFleur, summa cum laude. Alexis Ray Lenonen, summa cum laude. Henry Woodstow Livingston, summa cum laude. Brianna Carolina Lizama, magna cum laude. Jamie Helen Love, summa cum laude. Sage Lauren Martin, summa cum laude.
Diego de Jesus Martinez, magna cum laude. Vivian Renee Martinez, summa cum laude. Aaron DeVoe Madison, summa cum laude. Hannah Grace Maurer, summa cum laude. Henry Merriweather McClure, summa cum laude. Matthew David McKinley, magna cum laude. Shivani Samir Mehta, summa cum laude. Juliana Ruth Mendez, summa cum laude. Alejandra Luis Moncada, summa cum laude. Karina Aurelia Montes, magna cum laude. Zoe Isabella Morris, summa cum laude. Catherine Nicholson, summa cum laude. Chloe Ray Nino, cum laude. Omar Ali Noor. Sophia Catherine Noorani, summa cum laude. Gabriela Miranda Ojeda, cum laude. Ben Andrew Olivares, summa cum laude. Montserrat del Carmen Ortega. Emilia Otterbach, summa cum laude. Noah Alexander Pavelio, magna cum laude. Angel N. Pham, summa cum laude. Isabel Celine Puente, summa cum laude. Mia Zabrina Puente, cum laude. Alyssa Gabriela Quintero, summa cum laude. Ayana Renee Ragland, summa cum laude. Alexis Sky Regner, summa cum laude. Andrew Benjamin Resendez, magna cum laude. Joel Aiden Reyna, summa cum laude. Elena Grace Ribble, summa cum laude.
Valeria Edith Rivera, summa cum laude. Samuel Enrico Rodriguez, magna cum laude. Brooke Lauren Romine, summa cum laude. Drew Everett Russell, summa cum laude. Yvette Paula Salazar. Sebastian Sanchez. Estefany Santiago Roman, magna cum laude. Marcelo Santibanez Juarez, cum laude. Sydney Lawrence Session, summa cum laude. Eric Koji Suarez, summa cum laude. Heidi Rebecca Stifter, summa cum laude. Miwa Rebecca Kokomi Stowers, summa cum laude. Alejandro Talamantes Martinez, summa cum laude. Allison English Tice, summa cum laude. Isaiah Oseguera Trout, magna cum laude. Nayeli Valdez, summa cum laude. Paige Carolyn Vansel, summa cum laude. Cecile Manon Vincent, cum laude. Lauren Alexa Wheat, summa cum laude. Brandon Nicholas White, magna cum laude. J. Spencer White, cum laude. Lauren Grace White, summa cum laude. Nathaniel Thomas Fiedenhafer, magna cum laude. Connor Joseph Wiley, summa cum laude. Brooke Arthur Williams, summa cum laude. Olivia Ann Weimer, summa cum laude. Neo Alexander Zamudio, summa cum laude.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of ISA's class of 2019, it is our pleasure to thank the wonderful parents of this year's seniors.
We want to take this moment to express our appreciation for the countless things you have done for us throughout our entire educational career, but especially for these past 4 years. At ISA, the education we received was different than any other school and required an extra level of commitment from you all.
Whether you were waking up in the early hours of the morning to drop us off at the airport, picking us up at 11 p.m. from Munsa's delegate dance, or helping us scramble into our professional clothing for the numerous presentations we've had, your support was always there.
Now we're finally here, graduation day, a point in our lives where we begin our transition into becoming independent adults. As we dive into the real world, we will use your countless lessons to guide us to one day become the responsible adults you raised us to become.
So to you, our parents, thank you for helping us grow, thank you for your unwavering support, and thank you for being our teachers for the lessons that life taught us.
Every student here today has had the support and encouragement from our dedicated and passionate faculty members over the past 4 years. These people have showed us what it truly means to be a Globee in this ever-expanding universe. For this, the class of 2019 would like to recognize those who have helped us get there.
The freshman team took on the strenuous task of introducing us to ISA and our core values, teaching us how to think compassionately and critically. They motivated us to begin our journey and taught us the skills needed to talk to each other, familiarized us with Trinity for the first time, and initiated our travel experiences.
The sophomore team introduced us to the concepts of acculturation and assimilation, which we further explored in New Mexico. They showed us how to be confident in our speaking skills so that we could advocate for vanishing cultures. Those skills will undoubtedly be embedded with us and will be useful for our future endeavors.
The junior team, despite the challenges, worked hard to keep us motivated and engaged. They emphasized social justice and showed us that our voices are not silent and that we can make a difference. We will carry the dedication and drive they taught us for years to come.
The senior team taught us the necessary skills we needed to complete our college applications and public policy proposals. They traveled with us to Washington, D.C. to help us understand how we can change the world. Most importantly, they got us to graduation, our final destination of our high school journey.
We also want to thank the ISA elective and world language teachers for giving us the opportunity to explore our individual interests. These classes gave us the knowledge needed to better appreciate language, culture, and science, furthering us on our path to global citizenship.
And to every faculty member who supported us these last 4 years, past and present, we are truly thankful for your time, support, and patience that you put into making sure that we could succeed. ISA faculty, the class of 2019 will always remember you as the most trusting, passionate, and intelligent group of educators we could have asked for. Thank you.
We have one member of our faculty I'd like to specifically congratulate tonight. Mrs. Smith, will you join me up here at the podium, please? In the fall of 2007, I was in my 3rd year as a teacher here at ISA. That was the same year that Laurie Smith joined the faculty. She'd taken a little bit of a break, and that same year, her daughter Sarah was a member of my class in government and economics. Laurie Smith has spent the last 11 years raising me as a leader and raising countless ISA Globees. Tonight, when she hangs up the graduation gown, it will be her last graduation. She is retiring, and we'll miss her immensely. And I want to present a very small token of our appreciation for Mrs. Smith, and it reads, "Thank you for your 25 years of teaching, but most of all, for the 11 years of being a mom and a mentor for our ISA Globees." Laurie, thank you very much.
Music is something that the class of 2019 has been accustomed to, thanks to the love of it imparted to us by teachers like Mr. Dehart, Mr. Anderson, Dr. Sprott, and Mr. Polito. Because of their passion for music, it has become a shared form of celebration and reflection for us. Tonight we reflect on our achievements and successes and look forward to the future that is rapidly approaching us all.
Our performance tonight, this evening, is brought to us by Elena Ribble, Isaiah Trout, Diego de Jesus Martinez, and Mia Correa, a group of passionate and bright individuals. They will be performing The Breeze by Dr. Dog.
Are you moving much too fast? And the good times just don't last if you're always on the go. Make an angel in the snow and free. Do you feel like you're stuck in time, forever waiting on that line? If nothing ever moves, nothing ever moves. Put that needle to the groove, put that needle to the groove. Is it a dream keeping you awake? Is it the stillness that makes you shake? If you need to know for sure, need to know for sure what's on the ocean's floor, what's on the ocean floor. Do you like things the way they seem? Or are you looking behind the scenes? Well, if you've gotta know, if you gotta know what it takes to make it so, what it takes to make believe. Are there other parts to your mind? Hidden secrets left behind, where no one ever goes, but everybody knows it's alright. Do you get dizzy on the ground? It must be something going round. What blows us here today? Blows us here today. It'll blow us all away. The breeze. Will blow us all away. The breeze. Will blow us all away. The breeze.
Thank you very much.
ISA Class of 2019. We have grown and developed for 18 years such that we, like stars, are important because we have the potential for life. Potential to become anything, be it if we're going to UTSA or Trinity or Baylor or Stanford.
These past 4 years have been filled with laughter, stress, lessons learned, shared memories, months of conferences, and countless blog posts. Through these times, we have left a piece of each other in all of us, and we will take these pieces wherever we go.
At Heifer, when we climbed to the top of that hill to see the sky, we saw ourselves reflected in those infinite stars. It all seemed clear then. The next 4 years were unfurling before us, and we were okay with it. Today, though we're back in the light-polluted city, remember that there are stars above us, hidden as they may be.
That is not to say what lies ahead will be easy. As we are searching for what we love, we will struggle. We will face frustrations, failures, and heavy opposition. But in those moments, we will stand tall and we will burn for what we love.
Our potential, through the difficulties that will come, our potential is as potent as it was on that clear night in Arkansas. Congratulations, ISA class of 2019. We did it.